Right, 16 away, good luck. What do I want to do? Now let's stick to the carrow. Tempted to deviate, but I won't. 1600 gains my opponent, so 4 times what I've done, so that's very good. Okay, we have the advanced. Let's play e6. You're trying to stop white from playing e6 in pretty much all of these. And at some point I might throw this in. I'm going to play knight up first there. It's with a view to taking. Okay, I'll do that now. Okay, I'm going to check. I just develop my other knight. Let's take first. I don't think there's a trick there, is there? No, let's just develop. We'll probably drop back here. Actually, I'm going to give myself a square first, just so I can come right back if the knight goes across. Okay, he flies down the board. I will just develop a rook, make sure I've got at least one square. Now, I could do this to go here now. So across, knight over, then pawn up and just plants my knight a little bit offside. But if you push down, I'm okay to take back. Otherwise, I'm threatening to jump in and plant the knight forward. I say here, I can just plant my knight here. It feels alright. And the knight's got a bailout square if needed. Oh, rook's come up. So that actually allows this. I could trade bishop for knight, but I don't think I should. So I'm going to come here and take the bishop. So do I go with pawn or rook? Probably the rook. The rook probably makes sense. I don't think that's feasible, is it? So I'll go with the rook. I just need to find a way to get this rook behind. Well, he's offering a trade immediately. Okay. Hold on. Has he blundered a pawn? If I take the pawn, which I think I can do, am I getting my rook trapped? I don't think I am. So I'm going to take the pawn. Now I'm happy to trade the bishop for the knight. Then we'll both have a knight left for the endgame. So I think I'm okay to take that now. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Free up a square for my knight here. So queen up or queen up could be a move. So I could go here. Rook and queen guard each other. He's got a bit of a pin there. It's slightly odd this, but each guard the other. So if that rook moves, I can trade the queen. I've got rook up as well. Got a square for my knight. I've got rook here. Well, I can grab another pawn, can't I? Why can't I just take that? I think I can. So I'm going to take that as well. If he comes down, I'll just jump the knight forward somewhere. Not sure where. Probably here. Okay. I'm just looking at a simple move now to try and get forward. Yeah, if he comes here... Sorry, if he comes here, then I just drop back a square. Otherwise I'm threatening this or this now to hit the pawn. I'm just going to go here and try and trade off a rook. I assume he'll block and I'll trade a rook, I think. Okay, he's jumped across, so I'll come here and hit the queen. He's playing this very, very quickly, a bit too quickly. So there's a pawn. So any reason not to take? I just want to make sure I don't blunder some silly nonsense like with this. So take. Rook down. Take. Rook takes. King up. Knight check takes. Queen takes. It all feels alright. Ah, yeah. After king up, my rook would be hanging. Trade, rook check, king up, knight check wins the rook if I go here. So I'm looking at queen up first. Just want to be careful not to blunder some nonsense here. Hold on, I could play rook here with a view to coming here. I'm going to do it with a queen though, I think. Gotta be a bit careful here, because there is potential problems, but I think I'm alright. Queen down or queen takes threatening mate. Rook down, it's whether I can ignore it and take. Rook takes, rook check, king up. Rook check, king down, rook takes as a mate threat. So it feels like I can take and ignore it if it comes down, but I'll need to just spend time calculating. And depending on what my opponent does, I'm just looking at queen here as well to try and force the queen off. Even if I end up losing a pawn as well, I've got 2 pawns on the side of the board here, so they're my 2 main candidate moves, depending on what white does. Yeah, he has gone for that. Now I think I can ignore it and just take. And if I take, I'm threatening checkmate. So if I take here, I'm threatening mate in 1. So gain a pawn, lose a rook, gain a rook. There's no queen or knight check. Rook check, I step up. There's still no queen check or knight check. Rook check, I come back. I attack the rook and I threaten checkmate. It's got to be winning. So I'm going to take and threaten checkmate. Just hope it's winning. Yeah, he's playing it far too quickly. He's just playing far too quickly here for a rapid game. He might be fine. He might have good moves here that I'm not seeing. Of course he might, but he's just playing very, very quick. So is knight down a move here? That would... It still doesn't have a check actually, does he? So knight here looks strong. Check is covered. Check is covered. It's a move, but it's covered. So knight here. I've got rook here as well. If I want a bailout, and he's got no queen check. There is a pawn loose, but that's not drastically important. I mean, I could chuck a pawn up the board, I guess. But then that might allow knight takes nonsense. So here I actually attack the queen. If he takes, I can simply check and force the queen off. I'm going to do that, hit the queen, hit the pawn. If he takes, I can just check and force the queen off the board. And then these 2 pawns should be good. Again, if checks here, I can come here and attack the rook, as well as threatening the pawn and the queen. And there's no diagonal check apart from here when I just simply take. I think. Just get the cursor off the board there. Oh, he's grabbed the pawn. So now I assume I just simply take and trade everything. This should be a winning endgame. So let's take. Now I could go with the knight here, threatening a discovered checker. My rook guards the pawn. If you check, I just simply step back. I think I'm going to do that. Just so I guard this pawn and I can just push these up the board now. Just try not to blunder everything. Right, so get my knight out the way just so I don't forget about it. There is a little bit of care needed here. So he's gone after that outer pawn. If he takes now, there's actually a check. I could check and guard. But I'm going to run my pawn just to give him a chance to blunder, which he's done. Yeah, just playing too quickly. And now I can just sack knight for pawn. Or trade knight for knight. Yeah, he's just played that game too quickly there.